Welcome back, Cowboys fans. Today we're diving into what could be one of the most intense matchups of the season as Dallas prepares to host Philadelphia. The excitement is real, the stakes are high, and every fan tuning in knows this is not just another game. It's a showdown that could define the trajectory of the Cowboys season. The atmosphere is electric because, let's face it, everyone wants to see Dallas come out on top, even if you're an Eagles supporter watching reluctantly. Deep down, there's that hope to see the Cowboys execute, dominate, and take control in front of their home crowd. This week, the Eagles are on the road, and while the odds might slightly favor them on paper, numbers can't account for the intensity, the crowd energy, or the motivation of a team hungry to prove itself. When you break down the matchup, Dallas enters the game riding a wave of offensive momentum. The way they moved the ball in their last outing was impressive, and that performance has set the tone for what fans expect this week. On the flip side, the Eagles' defense has been tightening up, showing some serious resistance in recent games, which means Dallas will need more than just their usual plays to break through. It's a classic clash of strengths and weaknesses. On offense, Dallas is firing on all cylinders, dynamic and unpredictable, while the Eagles have shown flashes of brilliance, but remain inconsistent. Defensively, Dallas has struggled, and that will be a storyline to watch. If the Cowboys are going to secure a win, every member of the defensive unit has to step up in ways we haven't consistently seen this season. The challenge is significant because Philadelphia's offense, while not flawless, has the talent to exploit gaps, and if Dallas allows too many opportunities, the game could slip away quickly. Injury updates are always a critical factor this time of year. Dak Prescott is managing a hip issue, but is expected to play. While he might be slightly limited, there's no indication it will affect his ability to deliver in crucial moments. Watching his mobility and decision-making will be key, and fans will be scrutinizing every snap to see if he's fully recovered. On the defensive side, players like Jadeveon Clowney and Dante Fowler have minor concerns, but should be ready to contribute. Malik Hooker is one to monitor closely, as any limitations could have a ripple effect on coverage schemes. Meanwhile, Solomon Thomas and Donovan Wilson are trending toward returns, and having their full presence back on the field could make a noticeable difference. Philadelphia also has its injury concerns, with Lane Johnson likely out, which opens up questions about how the Eagles will adjust their offensive line. Jalen Phillips is expected to play, adding strength to a defensive unit that has been formidable since he joined the roster. Cam Jurgens is back in limited practice, but his availability remains uncertain, adding a layer of unpredictability to Philadelphia's game plan. Beyond injuries, the game narrative is clear. If the Cowboys want to stay alive in the playoff hunt, they need a win here. There's no room for error, and every play matters. Defense will be the first priority. Allowing 27 points or more, as has happened too frequently this season, is a luxury the Cowboys cannot afford against a team of the Eagles' caliber. Every defensive series counts, especially on third down, where Dallas has struggled consistently. The pressure will be on linebackers and secondary players to make crucial stops and create turnovers. Offense, meanwhile, cannot take the back seat. The Cowboys need their offensive stars to deliver their A-game. Dak Prescott's performance is pivotal, but the supporting cast, from CeeDee Lamb to Jake Ferguson, must execute flawlessly. Missed opportunities or dropped passes could be the difference between a thrilling win and a heartbreaking loss. Every player on the field has to contribute, from the linemen creating pockets and lanes to the skill players converting critical third downs. Even special teams play a role in momentum swings, field position, and crucial points that can decide this tightly contested matchup. Matchups on the field will define the outcome. Containing key Eagles players is essential, especially when it comes to defenders and receivers who can change the game with one explosive play. A.J. Brown and the quarterback must be pressured, contained, and forced into situations where Dallas has an advantage. On the flip side, offensive consistency is non-negotiable. The Cowboys need to establish rhythm, protect the football, and execute with precision. Whether it's controlling the clock, converting third downs, or capitalizing in the red zone, these details will separate a good performance from a winning one. History has shown us that Dallas has faced challenges against above .500 teams, and this game represents a critical opportunity to prove the Cowboys belong in that upper tier. Wins like this aren't just about improving the record. They're about sending a message, building confidence, and showing the league that this team can rise to the occasion when it matters most. Beyond individual performances, team cohesion will be under the microscope. CeeDee Lamb cannot drop passes in pivotal moments. George Pickens and Jake Ferguson must maintain consistency in the clutch, making those contested catches and executing after contact. Javonte Williams needs a strong showing on the ground, grinding out yards and keeping the chains moving. The offensive line must dominate, providing protection and opening lanes, while the defense needs to hold its ground and create turnovers when opportunities arise. It's a full team effort where every play contributes to the larger picture of victory. Every player, from starters to rotational contributors, is tasked with rising to the occasion. This is the type of game where one hero alone won't suffice. Dallas needs a collective, coordinated effort that maximizes talent and minimizes mistakes, and the team's preparation, focus, and execution will be tested like never before. Finally, there's the element of proving something. Dallas has struggled against teams with winning records this season, and the stakes are clear. A win here is about more than points on the scoreboard. It's about credibility, about proving that the Cowboys can compete at the highest level. It's about showing resilience, grit, and determination in a game where every detail, every matchup, and every play matters. This is the type of challenge that defines a season, that separates contenders from pretenders, and the Cowboys have a chance to make a statement in front of their fans. The Eagles will push, the pressure will be intense, and the execution must be near perfect. Every yard gained, every tackle made, every decision on the field contributes to the story of this game. Dallas has the offensive weapons, the strategic minds, and the passionate crowd behind them. But translating that potential into victory will require focus, effort, and precision on every single snap. This is the kind of matchup where legacies are shaped, confidence is built, and the season's narrative can take a decisive turn in just a few hours of play. As the game clock inches closer to kickoff, the focus shifts from potential to execution. Dallas has shown flashes of brilliance this season, but what matters now is sustaining that level of play over 60 minutes against one of the toughest defenses they will face all year. The Eagles bring a disciplined, aggressive unit to the field, one that can punish mistakes and exploit lapses in coverage. For the Cowboys, this is not a game where you can rely on luck or hope for a miraculous play to turn things around. Every series, every third down, every defensive stop and offensive drive needs to be meticulously calculated and executed. It's a mental battle as much as it is a physical one. The intensity of the Eagles' front seven alone can dictate the pace of the game. Dallas will need to make adjustments on the fly, recognize blitzes, and protect the quarterback while still finding ways to stretch the field vertically. Dak Prescott's experience and poise will be tested, and the offensive line must remain a fortress, giving him the time needed to read defenses and make accurate throws under pressure. One missed assignment, one lapse in communication, and the momentum could shift in Philadelphia's favor before the Cowboys even have a chance to respond. The matchup is fascinating because it pits the Cowboys' high-powered offense against a disciplined, top-tier Eagles defense. Dallas thrives when they can get their rhythm, spread the field, and create mismatches, but Philadelphia's secondary and linebacking core are trained to close those windows quickly. This means the Cowboys' skill players, especially CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, need to be sharper than ever. They must find soft spots in zone coverage, win their one-on-one battles, and convert critical third downs to keep drives alive. Meanwhile, the running game cannot be ignored. Javonte Williams needs to grind out yards consistently, keeping the chains moving and balancing the attack. If Dallas becomes one-dimensional, relying solely on passing, Philadelphia's defense will sniff it out and clamp down, turning a potentially explosive game into a defensive struggle. The Cowboys' ability to mix formations, run effectively, and maintain unpredictability is crucial for controlling the clock and keeping the Eagles off balance. Time of possession could become a weapon, and controlling the tempo will allow the offense to dictate the pace rather than reacting to the defensive pressure. Defensively, the Cowboys face a massive challenge. Philadelphia has weapons capable of changing the game in a single play, and containment will be essential. A.J. Brown is always a threat in the passing game, and if left unchecked, he can stretch the field and create explosive opportunities. The quarterback, who has shown the ability to evade pressure and extend plays, will require disciplined coverage and constant communication among defensive backs. The front seven must generate consistent pressure without leaving gaps in coverage, forcing hurried throws and limiting the Eagles' ability to capitalize on big plays. Third down performance is going to be a critical metric, and if the Cowboys allow conversions at the rate they have earlier in the season, the game could slip away before they have a chance to respond. Tackling, gap integrity, and assignment discipline will be under the microscope. Every linebacker and defensive back needs to be in position at the snap and ready to react instantly, because Philadelphia is adept at exploiting hesitation. Dallas has the tools to rise to the challenge, but execution under pressure is non-negotiable. Any mental or physical lapse could be the difference between a win and another missed opportunity. Special teams will also play a more significant role than fans often realize. Field position, kickoff returns, and coverage units can swing momentum in an instant. A long return or a poorly executed punt could set the tone for a drive that decides the outcome. Every player on special teams must execute their assignments flawlessly. Missed blocks, poor angles, or a lack of awareness can provide the Eagles with short fields and scoring opportunities. Dallas must remain disciplined in these areas while leveraging opportunities to pin Philadelphia deep in their own territory. It's often said games are won and lost in the trenches and on the edges, and special teams embodies that philosophy perfectly. A single break or error could tip the balance in a contest this tight. Turnovers will likely determine the outcome. Both teams understand the importance of protecting the football. For Dallas, an interception or fumble at a critical juncture could swing momentum and put the Eagles in scoring position immediately. Conversely, forcing Philadelphia into mistakes could energize the Cowboys and provide opportunities for quick points. The interplay between offense and defense in turnover situations will define how the game flows. Momentum swings in football are incredibly powerful, and a single turnover at the right moment can shift morale and confidence on both sides of the ball. Dallas must balance aggression with calculated risk, pushing the tempo while protecting the football, exploiting opportunities, and avoiding self-inflicted setbacks. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Whispers are swirling around the NFL world as the Dallas Cowboys appear to have pulled off a move that could shake the league's offensive dynamics. Sources close to the team hint that the Cowboys may have finally found their long-sought answer to protecting quarterback Dak Prescott's blind side, and the name on everyone's lips is none other than PENEI SEWELL. The buzz suggests that the team is not just thinking small. They might be retooling their offensive line with a player whose reputation for dominance in pass protection precedes him. Sewell, whose collegiate career was marked by consistent dominance in both run blocking and pass protection, has long been considered one of the elite prospects at tackle. Rumors indicate that Dallas sees him as the cornerstone of a blindside fortress strategy, effectively reshaping the way defenses approach Prescott. The potential addition of Sewell could give the Cowboys' offense an entirely new level of confidence, allowing Dak more time to dissect defenses and make plays without the looming threat of edge rushers. Observers are speculating that this could also shift the team's offensive scheme, opening lanes for the running game while solidifying pass protection in critical moments. Industry insiders are already speculating how this move might reverberate across the league. If true, the Cowboys would be signaling a clear intent: prioritize offensive line dominance and build the team around a quarterback who has sometimes been under siege in high-pressure situations. The chatter isn't limited to fans or commentators. Even rival teams seem to be taking note, wondering whether Dallas' strategy represents a broader shift in how elite franchises prioritize the blind side. While no official confirmation has emerged, the sheer volume of speculation is enough to ignite imaginations. Social media is already ablaze with mock lineups and bold predictions, and Cowboys enthusiasts are quietly optimistic that Sewell's presence could finally transform their offense into an impenetrable juggernaut. Whether this whisper turns into reality remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. If the rumors are true, the Cowboys' offensive line may soon become the most feared unit in football. And for Dak, a fortified blindside could mean the kind of protection every elite quarterback dreams of, making the Cowboys a team that defenses will have to respect more than ever. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.